Hey guys, it's RodimusPrimal. I'm back with another video, and another Transformers Tuesday has been filled with a lot of different reveals for so many different figures for Studio Series as well as Transformers Legacy. A lot of them are exclusives, but some of them you may be really excited about. Of course, I got a lot to talk about, so sit back, relax, make sure you subscribe to the channel, and let's transform and roll out. Consider supporting the channel on Patreon, becoming a channel member, or purchase some merch on my spring store today. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about today is I want to do a little bit of house cleaning. Of course, I have, this came in my post office box today. I took a look, and it was a letter from, I've got two YouTubers, I guess they're calling by Train Kid 04 and Optimus Prime 2471. They sent me a script, and I really, really appreciate a lot of the stuff that you guys send me, you know, whether it be, you know, just a comment on one of my videos, or, you know, you send something in a post office box, because I mean, to me, I'm just like, I always think of myself, I'm just like another Transformers guy. Like, I'm just another fan, right? And, you know, so the fact that you guys appreciate it, I really do appreciate it a lot. And, you know, now at over 91,000 subscribers, we're getting close to 100K. And I can't wait till I do so, because I'm probably going to do a live stream sometime around then, you know, as a celebration, and I might be doing some giveaways. I'll see, you know, what I can gather during the time frame and during that. And I also have a retrospective that's on its way. I'm currently been watching Transformers Energon and Transformers Animated and Transformers Prime. I've been marathoning all of those shows to get as much information as I possibly can, not only for the next retrospective, but also for characters that could have started in G1 and had some show in those series as well. And it's better to get a good refresher, right? You know, to really keep my mind in check as far as what Transformers series are out there. And I know a lot of people want to see my next retrospective. I know I did Smokescreen last, and I had done Blaster, and, you know, I have so many different characters that I want to work on and for you guys. And I really appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me. So let's move on to the news. Okay, so the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about today is this really cool remote control Optimus Prime that is more on the affordable side. You guys know I'd already talked about the RoboSen Optimus Prime. That's $750. They have now releasing a $750 trailer that comes with roller, and it also self-transforms. They're calling it self-converting, of course, because they have to keep up their name trademark. But one of the cool things here is that the Transformers officially licensed G1 Optimus Prime is going to be a little bit more affordable, and it's going to be $69.99, which may sound a little high, but it's also talking in addition to transforming, and it can also walk in robot mode. So it's more of a simplistic version of the same thing that you saw with the other Optimus Prime figure. But here it's now on the more affordable side for somebody who really wanted to get an RC vehicle. Now, my son loves RC cars. He has a Mario Kart, you know, remote control that he races around the house. And now that the weather is getting nicer, we can actually have him take it outside if he wants to. And so now to have an Optimus Prime to go along with it, now Daddy can, you know, remote control with him. So that's going to be one of the cool things to go with this particular figure, and I think it's a very, very cool thing. And of course, if you want to get it, the affiliate link is going to be down below. Now, I do want to give a shout out as well to the Hasbro designers, because they have been doing a lot of cool stuff where they're giving some behind the scenes talk on their Instagrams. Both Evan and Mark Maurer have been talking about their behind the scenes stuff, like with Studio Series, you know, all the cool stuff that they've been working on there. And Mark, you know, has done the deco for this particular guy, Cyclonus. And I had already done a community post about this particular figure, because it was like, okay, well, it's the only one bit of Transformers news last week, and I'm still trying to work on a retrospective video, so I'm like, I might as well talk about it when some more news comes out, because this figure here, this Cyclonus, bar none, one of the best figures that came out of Kingdom. And, you know, definitely was just a phenomenal figure overall. And now we're getting a more toy accurate deco for Cyclonus, because the original G1 toy used these dark, deeper purple colors, and the blue on him is specific to a variant that came out. Like, if you found small waves would have the blue variant of Cyclonus, most of the releases of Cyclonus were just the purple all around, which is the version of Cyclonus that I have, is the regular one. This figure also comes with his Targetmaster nightstick, and he's going to be a Legacy Generation Selects exclusive. He's going to retail for $39.99. Now, for some people, that's like a little pricey, but I mean, it's around the same price that they're doing for Artfire, who I still have in the package, and I'm kind of annoyed that they're not changing the Battle Masters out to be better figures, because as much as, like, I'm looking at this and going, hey, you know, I I like the idea behind bringing the Target Masters back, but the figures themselves could use knees. But I do like this deco. And the other thing about Cyclonus that most of you guys are aware, if you guys watched my Cyclonus video, Who Became Cyclonus, as well as my Insecticons and my Skywarp retrospectives, all three of those videos talked about basically that Cyclonus was, you know, created with two bots, and you had one. To me, this is Cyclonus, and this new Target Master one, which I will give the Target Master to this figure, will be the Armada, you know, one of the clone troopers. Now, the only thing they need to do now is give us a Dirge Clonus, a Dirge colored Cyclonus that was in Five Faces of Darkness. Make the animation mistakes make sense. But the other thing is that the stickers on him are optional. You do not have to put the stickers on him and maybe wait for a Toy Hacks, you know, sticker sheet. But for some folks, this is what I honestly think is going to be with a lot of you. Some of you are going to go, I have Kingdom Cyclonus. I'm happy with him. I don't need another repaint. That's fine. Some of you are still looking to get this Cyclonus, and I think you still can. You know, I think he's a little bit pricier right now on Amazon. I think some online retailers are still selling him. He's kind of harder to find. He's a great figure, though. And so if you guys want to save a little bit of money, go ahead and get this Cyclonus, right? And this way that you also have the Target Master, and the deep darker purple is nicer. For some of you, you want both, and that's fine. And some of you are just like, I only wanted one out of the two. That's fine as well. But that's, you know, for me personally, I was on the fence about getting this Cyclonus, and I'm more leaning towards getting him just for the Target Master, but also for like the extra clone trooper. That's just pretty much it. But I'm still like on the fence about whether or not, I'm still on the fence, you know? And that's kind of how I feel with a lot of these reveals recently, because there's been a lot of like redecos, and some of them it's like, I'll get this one, I won't get that one. And I know for some of you, that's probably what you're going to end up doing. But I know some people are really excited for more regular Studio Series. And for here now, you're seeing Studio Series Galvatron. I was never really a fan of this design for a lot of reasons. I don't like the coming apart into a million pieces and then reconstituting into a robot. I don't like the robot design. I've never liked the robot designs. But it seems that they've worked a lot of magic to try and turn this robot into this truck. That's saying something. They had to do a lot of magic in order to make this work. And it's officially licensed as by Freightliner. So you're going to be able to get Studio Series Galvatron, you know, and they're working their magic in order to make a awesome figure out of him. And to me, that makes me excited for live action fans who like this design. They want to see a Galvatron that, you know, from the live action films. To me, it's not, like I said, it's not for me, and that's fine. I want to see, like I said, I want to see live action fans be just as happy. I like this design though. The Bumblebee movie did wonders for the robot designs for all of the Transformers. You had, you know, the Starscream, the Blitzwing now, and now you're having Thundercracker, and boy, do these colors pop. The blues, the white stripe on his wings. I'm not a fan of the gas mask face, but man, this looks really good. If you missed out on any version of Thundercracker before, and you're also a fan of the live action films, this is really cool looking. And he does have his Tetrajet mode, which you can see here. Does look really good. You know, I like this Tetrajet design. I kind of like the Siege one more personally, but I think this really worked in live action. Like, that opening sequence to Bumblebee was breathtaking. That to me was everything I wanted to see in a Transformers film since like the announcement of the 2007 film. Like, when they said they're doing a live action Transformers film, that opening sequence to Bumblebee was what I wanted to see. And so, like, I'm still really like that Bumblebee movie, you know, to me was the best Transformers live action film, bar none, for a lot of reasons. For that particular reason, like, that opening sequence just did it for me. So to me, I really like this design, and I know some people have picked up the thrust, and some people have picked up the Blitzwing and the Starscream. So now you guys are going to be able to increase your Seeker count if you want to have more live action stuff. And I think it's really cool looking. The big reveal today was also in the live action film news, is now an official announcement from Hasbro, because they already did so in China. I had talked about this in one of my previous news videos, was that movie masterpiece Blackout is going to be the next movie masterpiece. Massive figure. It's that first live action Transformer that we saw. As I've stated before, it was originally supposed to be Soundwave, and then it was shifted over into Blackout, and now you have Scorponok instead of Ravage. But Blackout is a cool looking Transformer. Again, I'm not a big live action guy, but for those of you who are collecting the movie masterpiece stuff, you know, this will give you a pretty cool looking figure. And I will definitely say, massive giant helicopter does look really cool. Now, the next thing are a bunch of Target exclusives that I don't know if a lot of you are going to be excited about, but you might be, because you're now getting a Red Cog. Now, if you guys saw the Netflix trilogy for War for Cybertron, you noticed that there was a bunch of different cogs. There was the blue one, which was the main one, and then you had a red one as well. And they also released the Power Dash. They released that figure. They released the Power Dasher figure. I think it was Aragorn. And then Grand Maximus was a Takara exclusive Generation Select. So Grand Maximus, the original figure in the 1980s, was a redeco of Fortress Maximus, came with a Red Cog. So now you're going to be able to get a Red Cog that's officially called Red Cog. But he comes with a whole bunch of different weapons. And he comes with this canister, so you can actually have the bomb. I think this was the bomb that they used in the Netflix trilogy specifically, but it also looks like the bomb for that Wheeljack, one of the grenades that Wheeljack used in Transformers Prime. So it's kind of like can double as both weapons if you want it to. And he comes with a bunch of different weapons as well. So you can put the canisters there. You can kind of basically have the bombs on his chest. And, you know, you can, of course, take them off. And they're interchangeable. So in vehicle mode, he's a really armored up truck. That actually looks a lot better. And the guns themselves are kind of the reason to get this particular cog for me, you know, because I don't necessarily want or need another cog. It's kind of like the same thing with, like, I have Brunt. Do I need the Centaurian drone? Yes, I want the Centaurian drone because he comes with all those extra accessories. Here he comes with all these extra guns. So here we are. We're getting a weapons pack. You know, I have Chromia here with a 3D printed rifle, and now here Cog comes with a version of that rifle, which actually looks like Ultra Magnus's gun with a different attachment for the blaster, and then the different barrels that you can use. So it is kind of cool that you can interchange the different weapons that way and give them to different Transformers if you want to, and even change out the barrels and put them on a different blaster, and, you know, to make your all your different Autobots or Decepticons armored up and have better weapons, because some of the Transformers don't come with the best weapons, Elita 1 and Chromia respectively. Now, Kingdom brought us back to Beast Wars, and that was really cool. And then they decided to do a bunch of toy accurate decos. A new head on the Dinobot figure gave us a Grimlock figure that came in a 2-pack with Sideswipe, and which was the reason why I got this particular figure. But I'll be honest with you, like, I would have not picked him up individually. But at the same time, the original Dinobot deco was weird looking, had this like chicken colored skin. Like if you skin a chicken, this is what it looks like. And that's what a lot of people have been making. Like I've seen a lot of memes, a lot of jokes people have been sharing all over the place with like a picture of a chicken skinned and a picture of this Dinobot. And because the original Dinobot figure did come in these colors, but it was translucent plastic for the original figure. And I think he suffered from gold plastic syndrome. I know that one of my Dinobot figures actually broke from like the original Beast Wars figures. The I don't think it was this color one. I think it was the Fox Kids redeco that suffered from gold plastic syndrome. Well, they've solved that problem, thankfully. But this particular figure, you're getting the original deco for Dinobot. And I'm like, he looks weird, especially in dinosaur mode. I mean, he literally looks like a chicken. Skinned. He's a skinned chicken. It's what he looks like. It looks so weird. Oh, I don't know if I want it. But this next figure, Terrorsaur, might be worth it to a lot of fans. You guys probably saw I did get the Amazon exclusive Terrorsaur, and now they're doing a toy accurate Terrorsaur with the blue hands and blue shins and blue head. And this is really good for people who missed out on this Terrorsaur. But here is the caveat to that. Just like Silver Streak, these guys are Target exclusives. So Red Cog, Terrorsaur, and Dinobot. Because they're red, Cog and Terrorsaur being red, and I guess Dinobot as well, they're going to be Target exclusives, which really sucks for a lot of people because, again, a lot of you have been, not so happy that there have been a lot of exclusives, but really in one way you kind of could be happy that they're doing so many exclusives because now, Transformers is doing that well as a brand, that toys are selling like hotcakes, that, so many figures are ending up being exclusives, but at the same time, for so many of you, it's very difficult to find. And this Terrorsaur sold out very quickly. He should have been mainline. This Terrorsaur should have been mainline, and this redeco of Terrorsaur should have, could have been the exclusive. I would have been happy with that. And I feel for you. I really do. But at the same time, if this Terrorsaur is more available just as much as Silver Streak is, so many of you have been able to find find Silver Streak. So I say this. If you have a local Target near you, and when they eventually show up, when the Dinobot shows up, the Terrorsaur shows up, all of you different Transformers groups out there on Facebook and on Twitter and whatever groups, your Discords and such like that, if you find a Terrorsaur and someone on the group that you're a part of says, I can't find Terrorsaur, I really want him, I missed out on the Amazon exclusive, I want to get this new Legacy one, can someone find him for me? Help each other out. I want fans to help each other finding these Transformers and helping people wherever they can. I said this in previous news posts before. I am a big proponent of Transformers fans being able to find the Transformers they want. I don't like the idea of the open packaging, and I also don't like the idea of so many exclusives because then you miss out on so many mainline characters. If they redid or re-released the Dirge and Ramjet and Ironhide and Prowl, I know some people also want the Ratchet, I would be a happy camper. And same thing with Netflix Soundwave. All of these exclusives makes it harder for some fans to find it. I would rather fans be able to get it from another fan than to get it from a scalper. And so wherever we can help each other out, let's do so. And taking a look at this particular Terrorsaur, the dinosaur head, I do like the yellow beak better. So you might want to add some yellow paint to it. But I know I kind of went in on a little rant there, but I did so because I want Transformers fans the world over to be happy about the Transformers that they get, and as a fellow fan and as a collector myself. So, but I want to know what you guys think. Are you excited about any of these releases? Does the redecos excite you? Are you kind of like, good, they're redecos, I don't need them, I'm not going to buy them? Or are you just like, heck yeah, I'm buying every single one. I don't care. I'm a big Transformers fan. It's just what it is. Of course, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Be sure to thumbs up this video and subscribe. Check out my other videos as well. Of course, I have much more coming down the pipeline, so stay tuned for all of that. And as always, guys, until next time, till all are one.